Alrighty. I wanted to actually draw this situation just to show you what's going on with this. And I'm going to draw it the way a physics teacher would draw it. So I'm going to leave this little gap here for the window. And let's label all the letters. So I know at the top of the window, we've covered 2 meters. At the bottom of the window, we've covered, well, 0. So I'm going to ignore this part below and this part above for now just to get a handle on the problem. My acceleration is due to gravity. That's negative 10 meters per second squared. I don't know the speed at the top. I don't know the speed right when I hit the window. Now we're told that the pot is in view for a total of 0.25 seconds. So what that means is that we're going to see the pot for 0.25 seconds on its way up and 0.25 seconds on its way down. So I'm only going to use 0.25 for the trip. And I'm going to look at the trip going upwards. Now, I'm not creative, so let's just go ahead and solve for what we can solve for. I've got 3 equations, and we're going to plug in numbers. So I've got v equals at plus v naught. I notice both my v's are unknown, so that equation's not going to work. All right, let's try the next equation. V squared equals v naught squared plus 2ax minus x naught. Once again, both my v's are unknown. That's not going to work either. So finally, I'm left with using this equation. X equals 1/2 at squared plus v naught t plus x naught. I can only hope that this is going to work. So 2 equals 1/2 times negative 10 t squared, which is 0.25 squared, plus v naught times 0.25 plus 0. When we go ahead and solve for v naught, we're going to end up getting 9.25 meters per second. And just for the fun of it, let's get v at the top. That's v equals at plus v naught. So that's v equals negative 10 times 0.25 plus 9.25, and I'm left with v at the top as 6.75 meters per second. Now we want to know how high above the window top the flower pot goes. Now I can do the equation v squared equals v naught squared plus 2ax minus x naught. Now I'm going to call the top here 0 in my new system because I just want to know how far above the top I go. I just want to know what that distance is. So I'm going to get 0 squared at the very tip top because I stop at the highest point equals 6.75 squared plus 2 times 10 times x minus 0. When I solve for that, I'm going to end up getting 2.28 meters. So that's it for the mechanics problems. I hope those were helpful.